An anchor may bring up the greatest memories you have of tying up with friends for a day on the water, but what about an emergency? The local owners of Towboat US tell us they're helping out more boat owners who don't have an anchor. The Bay Bulletin has learned it's not required to have one on board.
Sailboat over in a rock hall that's bird bound.
Captain Dale Plummer took us along for a day on deck. His operation is 24/7, 365.
Here's a prime example. I'm drifting right into these boats and I'm not anchored.
He went to rescue Chuck Bowden and his wife after the engine on their sailboat broke down.
You should have an anchor. In fact, we have a spare down below just in case.
Captain Plummer tied up and brought them back to the marina. They lost time on the water, but they were prepared.
Without the anchor, now it turns into an emergency. They're drifting on the shore. They're getting beat up against the shore.
It's something Captain Plummer and his wife are seeing more this season. They respond to emergencies in and around Annapolis, Baltimore, and Middle River.
Well, it's not a legal requirement for you to look both ways before you cross the street, but it's a good idea. I mean, it's really important to have an anchor on board.
John Martino is the founder and president of the Annapolis School of Seamanship. He's also the co-owner of Chesapeake Bay Magazine.
If your boat breaks down and you don't have an anchor, you're at the mercy of the wind and current.
Anchors away doesn't mean anchors should be put away in your basement.
So I have a family at home and I need to make it home safe.
We checked with the U.S. Coast Guard. A spokesman confirms anchors are not a requirement. It's tough to catch a boater without one, but the Plumbers say it's a more common problem.
Suppose I break down and the wind's up or the tide's moving. What am I supposed to do?
The Bowdens were supposed to pull into the Annapolis harbor instead of getting stuck in Rock Hall.
But if you had rough weather and you were drifting quite a bit, it'd make a bigger difference.
Life vests are mandatory, but anchors are not. Having one on board is only the beginning.
You have to deploy it correctly with the current so that when it does touch bottom, it's going to grab and hold you in location.
It's always about location, location, location. Captain Dale keeps Channel 16 on his radio, and he hopes he never hears your nervous voice on the emergency line.
And I'm just going to have you put me at a T-head when we first get in there.
For Chesapeake Bay Magazine's Bay Bulletin, I'm Cheryl Costello.